Hello everyone, welcome back to the set review for Prophecy in Magic the Gathering for my Commander Review series. Today we're talking about the 5 Spell Shaper human commanders in this set, and as always, I'll quickly go over my tier list, how it works, just because if there are changes in the future, I want to make sure you guys are up to date on what those changes are. So far, everything is still the same. S through V tier. And then the way that I do my tiers is not based on power level, but on the number of deck ideas that you can build around with these commanders, how creative you can be with these commanders, whether it's up to your imagination or based on what other people have done in the past. And the tier list goes as follows from bottom to top. Vanilla goes to any creature that is a vanilla creature. You can go any direction with it or no direction with it. It doesn't really care, it's just vanilla. Anything 4 or less, F tier, and then it goes all the way up to 9 or plus at S tier. So if you can build 9 different deck ideas around a commander, that will instantly put it at the top ranking of it. The way that I give the rankings is based on 3 things. 1, the video that I make for you guys, which includes my own personal deck idea that I'm doing, whether it's mine or a popular deck idea, doesn't matter, but that video. EDH Rec is probably the most valuable source on this tier because the more powerful and popular a commander is, the more decks are built around it generally. So that is definitely why there's such a difference between Megiddo and the other 4. And then lastly is any unique or janky deck ideas that I make or find on the internet. And again, those first and last options don't add a whole lot. It really does come down to EDH Rec, but that means that it gives us as players an opportunity to take advantage of these underutilized commanders and maybe have some fun with them, do some fun crazy deck ideas or shenanigans, come up with something new, especially as the game is continuously growing. There's always opportunity to play with these cards and have a lot of fun with them and make for a rememberable and interesting game night at your table. So, like I said earlier, EDH Rec did play a part in this tier. Megiddo is at C tier with 6 different deck ideas that I came up with based on those 3 categories. It is a very popular commander because of its repeatable Wrath of God effect to board wipe constantly, but because it's so hated because of that, it's also not that popular. It's popular by the people who use it, not popular by the people who have to fight it. So it's in this weird balancing act, which ironically and coincidentally does put it at the average middle of C tier. And on my tier list, of course, it's on the lower half, but as for the other ones, they're all F tier. They're all humans. There's not really enough spell shapers to actually build a spell shaper deck, so really the only tribal or kindred deck you can make with them is human. And then the 3 different deck ideas from the videos for each of those commanders is really all that gets it up to 4 for the F tier rank. Now, I do believe that there is opportunity for these commanders to do fun things. Discard is one of those mechanics that Wizards is slowly taking more advantage of, finding ways to interact with how we as players play the game. So I won't be surprised if discard gets affected again by that kind of thing. I mean, Madness has been one of the most powerful effects with discard, and we've seen Madness make its way back a couple times in a few different sets. Even in Kamigawa, we got the artifact that I'm pretty sure was in each of those videos at least once, that essentially gives your discarded cards Madness for the turn, which is very cool. But there are going to be other ways to take advantage of that. Cycling is going to be one of them. There are going to be plenty of ways to take advantage of that, or plenty of graveyard shenanigans, which we see all the time. I mean, we got Descend, we got Threshold, we've got we've got Going Crazy in the Brain. When you have 4 more different card types in your graveyard. Even Lurgoyfs, speaking of card types, Lurgoyfs are making their way back. So that's another way to take advantage of discarding cards into your graveyard. So many different ways. So I see a lot of potential for these commanders in the future. They may not ever be as powerful as other creatures that do what they do, bouncing things, burning things, turning lands into creatures. They may not be the strongest, but they are going to get some love in the future. I have a feeling that they're going to get some love in the future. So take advantage of the time now to build around them and have some fun with them. And then be prepared when they do come out with those cool cards that are going to make your deck very fun and next level to how it started. So that's going to do it for the Prophecy set. Thank you guys so much for watching. When we come back, we're going to start Invasion, which I'm very excited for. Stay tuned. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more Magic the Gathering videos. There's a lot of content coming out. I've done a lot of videos just today, sitting down trying to catch up on footage. I'll go through my list real quick with you guys while you're waiting for your next Magic video to come out, because I'm sure I'm gonna try and keep up as best I can. But there's Final Fantasy, there's Final Fantasy X that are finished, and we are getting a Final Fantasy crossover set officially from Wizards of the Coast. So that's one of those things I'd love to talk about. What are they possibly going to be doing in that set? What are the returning mechanics? What are possible new mechanics that are coming out for that set? So go check out that playlist and let's have a discussion about it. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I just recently finished. Phenomenal game. Would love to talk about that for Magic crossovers. Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 has gotten a lot of love from you, the fans of Magic the Gathering. I've seen tons of custom sets, custom cards, fantastic mechanic wordings, some of which I think we may have even seen variations of actually formalized into real things, which is really cool. Very, very fun indeed. God of War 1, Army Men 3D, Monsters Incorporated, Scream Team. Sorry, don't mind me. I was just smacking my desk. Scream Team, and then of course Assassin's Creed 2. And I did Assassin's Creed 2 because of the crossover set we had with Magic the Gathering. So go check that playlist out too. It's been a lot of fun playing that game again. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!